Puerto Rico is acknowledging for the first time that the death toll from Hurricane Maria is likely more than 22 times higher than the U.S. territory's previous estimates. Officials now say more than 1,400 deaths are blamed on the catastrophic storm. The last official death count was 64. David Begnaud is back in Puerto Rico. David, good morning.
I can tell you from spending the last many months on the island, Vlad, doing reports here, it is so important to the people of Puerto Rico to get a final number. And this is not final, but it is important. The figure comes from the government's own mortality data that journalists had to sue to get. And even when the numbers were released, the government didn't make an official acknowledgement until they just sent this report to Congress asking for money.
It has been nearly 11 months since Hurricane Maria devastated the island of Puerto Rico, and the exact death toll is still unclear. In a report to Congress requesting $139 billion in aid money, the government of Puerto Rico acknowledged that in the 4 months following the hurricane, 1,427 more people died than normal compared to the previous 4 years.
David, we've always said that the amount was going to be higher.
Hector Pesquera is Puerto Rico's Secretary of Public Safety.
We never heard you come out and say 1427 until you put this report to Congress.
But it was never, maybe it's an issue of perception, maybe, but it was never meant to be secret. It wasn't secret. This is what the recovery report says.
A study done by Harvard University estimated the death toll after Hurricane Maria to be between 800 and 8,000. A report out last week conducted by Penn State University put the number as high as 1,139. The Puerto Rico government is waiting on a report it commissioned from George Washington University. Ricardo Rosselló is Puerto Rico's governor.
You've paid $300,000 to George Washington University for the study, right? You've already said you didn't have a right protocol in place to get the accurate death toll. Nobody believes 64. I know you don't even believe it.
Well, it's not even, I mean...
It's not about believing it, it's just, getting
and people say it's the official count. It's just really the count that
It's where the count stopped.
It's where it stopped when we realized that it wasn't appropriate.
My sources are telling me that the George Washington University study should be released by the end of the month. Gayle, before we toss it back, we're at the Forensic Sciences Center. We've talked about a backlog of bodies. There are nearly 300 that are awaiting autopsy. Some of them are being stored in those trailers. The U.S. government is sending pathologists to now help process that backlog. We're told it should get better soon.
Meantime, the pain continues there. Thank you very much, David Begnaud in Puerto Rico.